So, I've been gone a while. Like, 2 years. Where have I been? What are you, a cop? No, I can explain. So about 5 years ago, I was living in Philly temporarily. I worked on some self-care things going on in my life, and I got to spend some time with family I never see. I got to sort of isolate, but in a healthy sort of rebuilding kind of way. Take a step back and figure out who I wanted to be, where I wanted to go, and what path I wanted to walk down. There was a while there where I was unsure what path I wanted to walk down, and I needed to figure that out. It took a few steps. I had to self-evaluate, decide what matters to me, create a roadmap, most of all, rebuild my confidence. That was honestly the biggest thing for me. Content creation has always been an outlet for me in one form or the other. As a matter of fact, gaming content I've been making on and off for 13 years as of this video. When it was time for me to leave Philly and come home to New England, where I'm from, I had to make a really rough decision. It was difficult, I had to think about it, but I had landed this great job. I was back in familiar territory where I grew up, and I needed to give that my all. So I let content creation go. For 2 years, I completely stopped making content. No Let's Plays, no vlogs, TikToks, nothing. I gave 110% to my new career, started to climb the ropes to get into a position that was comfortable. It was great for me. I enrolled so that I can go back and get my degree on the side. I even got my health and fitness in check, which has always been a struggle for me. I started running races, and eventually I was doing 1 or 2 every single month. I completely cut out excess sugar, alcohol, just anything that wasn't helping me. I got rid of it, and I started to feel better than I had in years. Way better. I felt like me, honestly. And yes, I run races and play video games. I'm as shocked as you, honestly. Now, what does that have to do with content? Well, I'll tell you. It was my outlet. Ever since I was a kid, I just wanted to make people laugh, and that was a way I could do it. Whether it was making goofy YouTube sketches in the late 2000s when YouTube was this big new thing, or in the early 2010s in my teenage years when I was discovering game capture and seeing what people were doing with machinima and just all these things they were creating. Or even in Philly, when I was going through that sort of reset, I made over 300 TikToks. Yes, over 300. I had a problem. And I put effort into writing scripts and creating sets, and it was just, I had so much fun doing it. And I was working long days and I felt drained, but when I came home, I had to make at least one. It was just fun. And I knew that somebody like me out there, didn't have to be hundreds of people or thousands of people, just one person sitting on their couch or in their room or in their car on lunch might scroll through, see something, laugh, and go, yeah, all right. That was 5 seconds of my time I'll never get back, but hell yeah. But it was fun for me. It was like a therapy that I didn't know I needed. And sometimes I didn't even realize I was de-stressing. I just did it and felt a little better. And it really took everything for me to let that go. But life works in mysterious ways. And one day a solution just came into my feed while I was doom scrolling. So back in Philly, I spent a lot of time either working at home or in my free time. I would just be gaming, and I would pretty much always have something off to the side, whether I was binge watching a show, listening to a podcast, or a lot of times I was just watching a couple Twitch streamers that I was a big fan of and still am to this day. And one day, a creator came into my feed entirely because my work had VPNs on all our devices, and it was set to Florida at the time for some reason, I don't know, but I was just doom scrolling and a creator came into my feed because TikTok thought I was in Florida. And there was this Florida-based creator at the time who it decided to push to me. Algorithm, I don't know. So I discovered a COD streamer / content creator entirely because my phone thought I was in Florida. Mysterious ways, like I said. And about a week ago, she had posted a video about how she wanted to get into editing for other creators, kind of help them grow, give them tips and tricks, and honestly, I decided, how could I pass that up? Link in the description, by the way. I realized in that moment that there was a way I could make content again. When I gave it up, I was on the tail end of working excessive overtime at 2 jobs and using all my free time to write, record, edit, post, promote, repeat, just draining myself. And now being in a place where I work a reasonable number of hours at a healthy workplace and a content creator that I support and trust is looking to help other creators, how could I pass that up? I'm gonna start slow while I get my footing again, and hopefully while she and I kind of create like a formula, see what works, what doesn't, and what's mutually beneficial. I'm planning on streaming a variety of different games here and there with edited content kind of trickled out alongside it. No set schedule necessarily. I just kind of want to do a little bit of both, feel what I like, what I don't like, what works, and kind of work my way so that over time I can have a set schedule where you know exactly what to expect, when to expect it. And I think that that's really where I want to get with content. And who knows? It could even be the dream job after all this time. Never give up in your dreams. I mean, I did, but that was different. It was complicated. Moving on. So to sum it all up, you're going to be seeing the content come back. And I have a very talented creator working on the editing. And if you look in the description, you'll find multiple links of how you could view more of my content and hers. If you like edited content, feel free to check out youtube.com/CodeWallGaming. Or if you prefer lurking in Twitch chats, twitch.tv/HazeThatChase. Both below. See you later. Have a good day, drink water and whatnot. And if you look in the description, you'll find, and if you look slowly, it's all, I keep skipping one line. England, where I was from. Remember when I said I'm critical? Where have I been? Yeah, that one sucked. I gave 110%. No, great. There was a second there where I thought the mic was muted. Only you will ever know that. Very talented work.